This right here has to be one of the best self-working card tricks on the planet. Hey guys, Ash Marlow here, back with another card trick. Now this has to be one of the best self-working card tricks ever invented. Now you probably already know this, but I guarantee when you perform this trick this way, you're gonna get much better reactions and people are gonna absolutely freak out. Now if you're new here, feel free to hit subscribe. I post new videos every single week teaching some of the best card tricks in the world. Most of them are easy to do and self-working. But for now, let's get into this, and I consider this as one of the most epic, insane card tricks you're ever gonna learn. So let's get right into it. Start off by giving them the cards and you ask them to shuffle. You let them shuffle, mix them up. Now they really can shuffle these, it really is a shuffle deck, so they can shuffle, they can cut, they can do whatever they want. You now take the cards back and you just casually start putting cards down on the table just like this. I'm gonna make 3 piles of just random cards. Now because they shuffled, these are all completely random cards. So you put them down just like this, and what you do is you ask them to pick any pile they want. Let's say they choose this one right here. They pick them up and they shuffle and they mix them, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna spread through without you seeing, and they're gonna think of any one of these cards. So let's say they're thinking of the King of Clubs. They now turn these over and they shuffle and they mix them up just like this. Now what they get to do is put these on any of the other 2 piles. So let's say they drop them here, take the last pile and you put them on top just like this. I now pick these up and look, I'll just give them a quick cut. So I mix the cards up and give them a cut. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal cards face up on the table just like this, and I want you to keep a lookout for your card but not tell me what your card is or give it anything away, but you're just going to tell me which pile it's in. So you keep dealing the cards through just like this, and when you finish they're going to tell you that their card is in this pile. So now have them pick this up and put it on any of the other 2 piles, and take the last pile and put that on top. I now turn these over and again just give them a quick cut just like this. I'm going to do it one last time. I deal the cards just like this, and I again say, keep a lookout for your card, but don't tell me which pile it's in, and which card it is, just tell me which pile it's in. So you go through, it might be in the same pile, might be in a different pile, but this time they're gonna say it's in this pile right here. So now have them pick this up and put it on any of the other piles. Again, it's a free choice, and put the last one on just like this. And then just turn all the cards over just like this. Now, all I do is again, I pick these up and I give them another cut, and I just mix them up just like this. I just count off a few cards and I say, I don't think any of these are your cards, and they'll agree with me, and I put them on the bottom. I take a few more and I say, I don't think your card is any of these cards, and I put them on the bottom. Now I take the cards and I put them in their hand just like this, and I ask them to put their other hand on top just like that. Have them name their card for the first time. They're gonna say it's the King of Clubs. They lift up their hand and they turn over this card, and look, every single time it's always gonna be their card. Like I said, this is so good. You won't believe this, but this is completely self-working, and it's just the famous 21 card trick, but just revitalized. So check this out. All you do is you take the cards and they shuffle. It really is a shuffled deck. But what I'm doing is when I'm putting cards down on the table just like this, I'm actually just counting 3 piles of 7 cards. But I don't draw attention to that because everyone knows the classic trick, and they'll just think, oh, I know how this is done, and they'll know where it's going. So I just deal 3 random piles just like this, but there's actually 7 cards in each pile. So now when they pick a pile and they look through and they remember one, let's say they remember the King of Diamonds this time, they can really shuffle these, so none of us will even know where this card is. So what you need to do is make sure that they put this on any of the other piles and they put another pile on top. So their pile always goes in the middle. So now when you pick the cards up just like this and you do it face up, when you're dealing out, you look for their card, and they're going to tell you which pile it's in, but not what card it is. So you keep going just like this and you can see the card right there. So now at the end, you deal all the cards. You're going to make sure this one goes on top of any of the other piles, and then you put it again. So every single time the pile with their card in is going in the middle. You do it one last time. Now I add in a few false cuts, so I'm cutting the cards just like this. It looks like I'm mixing up the cards, but I'm keeping the deck in the same order. I have taught this before, but you just cut off a small packet just like this, you move it to this hand. Cut this packet again, and then bring this packet over and you hold it just like this. Then just take out the middle packet, top packet, and let the bottom packet drop. And I just keep throwing these in throughout the routine. So now the last time you do it just like this, again, they're looking at which pile the King of Diamonds is in, and when they're done, they're going to tell you which pile it is, and we're going to again in the middle, we're going to keep dealing, and again you make sure that this goes in the middle. So you do this by just saying, your card is in this pile, just drop it on any of the other piles. They drop it here, they drop the last one on top, and again it's in the middle. So now when they turn these over just like this, again you do a quick false cut, and again it looks like it's completely random, does absolutely nothing, and their card is always going to be in the 11th position. So this is where I like to end the trick. Lots of things you can do, because once you know the card's in the 11th position, it's up to you what you want to do. But I like to take off 5 cards just like this and just show and say your card is not one of these, and just put them on the bottom. So now I know their card is in the 6th position. So now I just take 5 more cards and just say it could have been one of these, and I just put them on the bottom. So casually I've just moved their card to the top, and I counted off 10 cards to the 11th card. So now the ending is have them hold out their hand, and at this point they have never said the name of their card. So now they put their other hand on top just like this. So it looks like it's impossible that I can get to. And also if you're doing this live, it just plays it out a bit. So now when they name their card, they say it's the King of Diamonds, they turn it over, and every single time, self-working, this trick goes to the top. Now do not underestimate this trick until you actually try it. This is so powerful, and it happens all in their hands, and literally you don't need to do anything. Completely self-working. If you can count to 10, you can do this. Now if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. I post new videos all the time, and I teach insane card tricks for free. So these are absolutely bangers that I use all the time. I've been doing magic 21 years, and still I use a lot of these tricks today. Why? Because they're easy. And feel free to check out the description below. You can see the link to all my other socials. I appreciate all the support, but if not, get practicing, and I'll see you next time with another card trick.